Are you ready to unlock the secret to capturing her heart and keeping her forever? The one thing that every woman desires, craves, and simply can't resist is closer than you think. In this guide, we'll reveal that powerful key to creating lasting connection and deep attraction, something that goes beyond flowers and fancy dates. Get ready to discover the one thing that will make her see you as her perfect match and ensure that she's yours for the long haul. Chapter 1. Common Myths Debunked. When it comes to understanding what women find irresistible, many men fall into the trap of believing myths perpetuated by media, society, or even outdated advice. These myths often lead to frustration and confusion because they emphasize superficial qualities or unattainable standards. Let's break down a few of these common misconceptions and explain why they miss the mark. The first myth is that women are primarily drawn to wealth or material possessions. While financial stability can certainly be appealing, it's not the cornerstone of attraction. Many men assume that flaunting money or expensive possessions will win a woman's heart, but this approach often feels shallow and insincere. True connection and interest can't be bought. Instead, women value how a man makes them feel over what he owns. Another widespread belief is that physical appearance is the deciding factor in attraction. While good grooming and confidence in one's looks do play a role, they aren't the ultimate key to unlocking a woman's interest. Plenty of people have found meaningful relationships despite not fitting conventional beauty standards. Women often prioritize emotional connection, humor, and authenticity over chiseled abs or a perfect jawline. The third myth is that grand romantic gestures are the secret to making a lasting impression. Movies and fairy tales have led many to believe that sweeping actions like renting billboards or flying across the world are essential. While thoughtful gestures can be memorable, they're no substitute for everyday consistency, kindness, and attention. In reality, small, meaningful actions often have a greater and more lasting impact than over-the-top displays. By understanding and letting go of these myths, men can focus on what truly matters. The qualities that resonate most deeply, genuine care, emotional intelligence, and self-assurance, are accessible to anyone willing to cultivate them. Shifting focus from external factors to internal growth not only builds stronger connections, but also fosters more fulfilling and authentic relationships. This foundation will set the stage for understanding the one thing women truly can't resist. Chapter 2. The One Thing Revealed. The one thing women can't resist is emotional connection. At its core, emotional connection is the bond that makes a woman feel seen, understood, and valued for who she truly is. It transcends superficial traits like looks or material wealth, diving into the deeper realm of shared feelings, mutual respect, and authentic communication. When a man can create and nurture this type of connection, it becomes the foundation for a relationship that feels fulfilling and irreplaceable. Emotional connection begins with truly listening. Many people hear what others are saying, but don't truly engage with it. To create an emotional bond, you must be present in conversations and respond with genuine curiosity and empathy. For instance, instead of offering generic comments, ask questions that show you're invested in her thoughts and feelings. This creates a safe space where she feels valued and opens up more freely, deepening the bond between you. Another key aspect of emotional connection is vulnerability. Society often teaches men to suppress their emotions or avoid showing weakness, but in relationships, openness is essential. Sharing your fears, dreams, and insecurities allows her to see the real you and builds trust. It signals that you're not just putting on a facade, but are willing to be genuine and authentic. Vulnerability also invites her to reciprocate, creating a cycle of mutual understanding and closeness. Consistency and reliability further strengthen this connection. Women are drawn to men who follow through on their words and show up for them, not just during grand moments, but in everyday life. Being consistent demonstrates that you care about her well-being and are invested in the relationship. Over time, this builds a sense of security and trust, which are critical components of emotional connection. Ultimately, emotional connection is about making her feel like a priority, not an option. It's about putting effort into understanding her as a unique individual and cherishing what makes her special. This connection can't be faked or forced. It must come from a genuine place of care and interest. When a woman feels this level of connection, it creates a bond that's not only irresistible, but also enduring, setting the stage for a deep and lasting relationship. Chapter 3. Why it works. Emotional connection is irresistible to women because it taps into the fundamental human need for belonging and understanding. From a psychological perspective, everyone craves relationships where they feel valued and secure, and women are particularly drawn to partners who can fulfill this need. Emotional connection stands out because it fosters a sense of intimacy that goes beyond surface-level attraction, creating a deeper bond that feels meaningful and irreplaceable. One reason emotional connection works so effectively is that it builds trust. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and it's established when a woman feels that she can rely on you emotionally. By showing that you genuinely care about her feelings and consistently supporting her, you create an environment where she feels safe to be herself. This trust becomes a cornerstone of the relationship, making her more invested in you. Another aspect is the way emotional connection makes her feel understood. Women often prioritize emotional intimacy over physical attraction or material gains because being understood creates a profound sense of comfort and validation. When you listen attentively, respond with empathy, and acknowledge her emotions, it signals that you value her inner world. This validation strengthens her attachment to you as it reassures her that she's seen and appreciated for who she truly is. Emotional connection also activates deeper emotional and hormonal responses. Research shows that meaningful interactions can increase the release of oxytocin, often referred to as the bonding hormone. This hormone fosters feelings of closeness and attachment, making her naturally inclined to feel more connected and drawn to you. Unlike fleeting attraction based on physical traits, this bond is enduring and grows stronger with time and shared experiences. Lastly, emotional connection creates a partnership built on mutual respect and shared vulnerability. It fosters a dynamic where both individuals feel valued and supported, which leads to a balanced and fulfilling relationship. Women are naturally attracted to men who can provide this level of emotional security and reciprocity. This connection isn't about control or dominance. It's about creating a space where both people can thrive together. This is why emotional connection is the ultimate key to unlocking a woman's heart and keeping her forever. Chapter 4. How to unlock it. Building a deep emotional connection may sound challenging, but it begins with simple, intentional actions. The first step is practicing active listening. This means not just hearing her words, but truly understanding her feelings and perspectives. Pay attention to the emotions behind what she's saying and show genuine curiosity. For example, instead of offering advice immediately, reflect on her words by saying, "It sounds like you're feeling emotion. Can you tell me more about that?" This approach fosters openness and signals that you genuinely care about her experiences. Another crucial step is embracing vulnerability. Society often conditions men to hide their emotions, but sharing your authentic self is essential to creating a lasting bond. Open up about your dreams, fears, and past experiences to build trust and intimacy. Vulnerability is not about appearing weak. It's about showing that you're human. When you're willing to let your guard down, you invite her to do the same, creating a safe space for mutual understanding and emotional depth. Consistency is equally important. To unlock emotional connection, you must demonstrate reliability through your actions. Show her that you value her by following through on your promises and being present in both big and small moments. For instance, regularly check in on how she's doing or remember and act on the little details she shares with you. This shows her that she's a priority in your life, not just an afterthought. Over time, this builds a sense of security that strengthens your bond. Empathy is another vital component. Put yourself in her shoes to understand her perspective and validate her emotions. When she shares something difficult, resist the urge to fix the problem immediately. Instead, acknowledge her feelings and let her know she's not alone. For example, saying, "That sounds really tough. I can see why you feel that way," can be more impactful than trying to solve the issue outright. This approach demonstrates emotional intelligence and makes her feel supported. Finally, cultivate shared experiences that deepen your connection. Spend quality time together, engaging in activities you both enjoy or exploring new things. Whether it's taking a walk, cooking a meal, or simply having meaningful conversations, these moments create memories and foster intimacy. By consistently showing up, being emotionally present, and prioritizing her as a partner, you'll unlock the kind of connection that women can't resist, a bond rooted in understanding, care, and authenticity. Chapter 5. Common mistakes to avoid. While building emotional connection is powerful, certain mistakes can unintentionally undermine your efforts. One of the most common errors is faking interest or authenticity. Women have an innate ability to sense when someone's actions or words are not genuine. Pretending to care or over-exaggerating emotions might work briefly, but it damages trust in the long run. Authenticity is key. Focus on building a real connection rather than trying to impress her with exaggerated behaviors. Another mistake is dominating conversations instead of listening. Many men, in an attempt to relate or show value, tend to steer conversations toward themselves. While sharing is important, an emotional connection grows when you actively listen and respond to her thoughts and feelings. Interrupting or overshadowing her can make her feel dismissed, which creates distance rather than closeness. Balance is crucial. Share your perspective, but give her space to express herself fully. A critical pitfall is avoiding vulnerability. Some men fear that showing emotions or insecurities will make them appear weak, but the opposite is true. Emotional walls prevent intimacy and hinder the development of trust. If you remain closed off, she may feel that you're not fully invested in the relationship. Embrace moments of honesty, even if they feel uncomfortable. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength and a willingness to build a deeper bond. Over-reliance on grand gestures is another common misstep. While occasional romantic surprises can be meaningful, consistently prioritizing dramatic displays over everyday actions can come across as performative. Relationships thrive on small, consistent acts of care, like remembering her favorite coffee order, being attentive during conversations, or supporting her during stressful times. These moments build lasting intimacy, whereas grand gestures often fade quickly. Lastly, it's a mistake to expect instant results when working on emotional connection. Building trust and intimacy takes time, effort, and patience. Rushing the process or becoming frustrated if she doesn't immediately open up can create pressure, pushing her away instead of bringing her closer. respect her pace, and focus on creating an environment where she feels safe and comfortable. Consistent, genuine efforts will naturally lead to a deeper connection over time. By avoiding these mistakes, you can stay on the path to fostering a meaningful and enduring emotional bond that makes your relationship truly irresistible. Chapter 6. Real-life success stories. The power of emotional connection can be best understood through real-life examples, where this approach has transformed relationships. Take the story of James, a man who initially struggled to connect with his partner on a deeper level. James focused on impressing his girlfriend with material gifts and elaborate dates, but she often seemed distant. When he shifted his approach to focus on genuine communication, listening attentively, sharing his vulnerabilities, and being consistent in his actions, her demeanor changed. Over time, their relationship deepened as she began to trust him more, feeling seen and understood. Another success story involves Sarah and Alex, a couple who faced constant misunderstandings early in their relationship. Alex often dismissed Sarah's feelings, thinking he was helping by offering solutions instead of empathy. After learning to validate her emotions and prioritize active listening, Alex saw a dramatic shift in their connection. Sarah felt more secure opening up, which brought them closer and helped them navigate challenges together. Their bond grew stronger because Alex demonstrated emotional intelligence and support. A remarkable example comes from Mia and Ben, whose marriage was on the brink of collapse due to a lack of emotional intimacy. Ben realized that he had been emotionally unavailable, often focusing on his career and rarely engaging in meaningful conversations with Mia. By making small but consistent changes, checking in daily, sharing his thoughts openly, and engaging in activities they both enjoyed, Ben rekindled their connection. Mia appreciated his effort, and they rebuilt their relationship on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. One more story highlights how emotional connection can even create new opportunities for love. Ethan, who had been single for years, initially believed he wasn't good enough to attract women. Instead of focusing on external factors, he worked on improving his communication skills and embracing vulnerability. When Ethan met Lisa, he prioritized getting to know her authentically. His willingness to share his true self and understand her on a deeper level led to a strong, fulfilling relationship that neither of them expected. These stories illustrate that emotional connection isn't about perfection, but about effort, authenticity, and care. Each person prioritized the fundamental aspects of connection: active listening, vulnerability, empathy, and consistency. By focusing on these qualities, they not only transformed their relationships, but also experienced greater personal fulfillment. These examples serve as a testament to how powerful and transformative emotional connection can be in creating lasting, meaningful bonds. Conclusion. Now that you know the secret to unlocking her heart, it's time to put it into action. Remember, it's not just about doing one thing. It's about making her feel truly seen and appreciated every day. Whether you're looking for a deeper connection or just starting out, embracing these principles will bring you closer to the woman you desire. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship tips. And share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Thanks for watching, and here's to building lasting, meaningful relationships.